time for my review of the Flashpoint Paradox. A great story, great fitting end to the last DC universe that we know until the New 52 pops out. So I just recently watched it and my mind was blown away, as usual, by the DC animated films. Everyone, even if they had a small 5-minute cameo, did a perfect job of playing the characters they were. And I never thought I would say this, but I'm convinced that if there were to be a live-action Flash movie, that Reverse Flash would be a fucking perfect start for the universe that Flash will be included in with Man of Steel and Batman and whatever. So yeah, I really like what they were doing in the comics with this movie that's based on the Flashpoint series, and I really like where they took Flash into this movie. They took Flash into an alternate timeline via the Speed Force, and this made me really, really, really love the character of Flash. It was a very Flash-esque story, and it was fleshed out really well, and the storyline combination of cameos really, really worked well into the main plot. Favorite character would have to be Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Wonder Woman and Aquaman were brilliant in this film, in this animated film. I just get more and more interested every time I see Wonder Woman kick some major fucking ass in a DC animated film. And I've never seen her kick so much more ass in her alternate timeline than I have ever seen in any other Wonder Woman animated film that I've seen, like Justice League Doom or Crisis on Two Earths or Superman Batman Public Enemies. Yeah. I thought the actress who played her was the voice actress who played her was fantastic. She did a good job channeling out the emotions of the alternate timeline Wonder Woman. And I thought that the alternate timeline Aquaman was really well fleshed out and a really dark and brooding character as well. They were basically, their two cities were at war, and it was fucking violent shit like that, and they're just she's pissed off because he killed her sister, I think. And, yeah. And all the shit starts going down, and there's a war in front of Metropolis, and, yeah. And, the Reverse Flash is the cause of this, because, Thong, his name is, I can't pronounce it, Thal or whatever. He recreates an alternate timeline where Flash saved his mother before being killed or being shot or whatever, and culminating in Superman not ever being found or actually being protected by the government away from the sun, whereas he drinks the radiation of it. And Thomas Wayne becoming Batman and not dying, and Martha Wayne becoming the Joker and not dying when they were supposed to be killed on Crime Alley. Instead, Bruce was killed, and the guy who plays Thomas Wayne and aka Batman, a lot more violent than the original storyline Batman, which Bruce Wayne is a part of. So, gotta give credit to that. And he beat up a lot of characters in this film too, and he was really well done by the voice actor. It wasn't Kevin Conroy, but it was pretty close to being the Kevin Conroy type Batman, if not a little bit more of a violent edge to it. But yeah, it was real. His character was really well fleshed out and really well done. And I just love Flashpoint Batman. I love the alternate timeline Batman. I love Thomas Wayne, what Thomas Wayne could have been as Batman. And I really, really hope they plan on doing something similar again in this new 52 universe, where there's like another Earth where Thomas Wayne is Batman instead of Bruce Wayne. And yeah, I thought this was really well done. The scene with the shot in the crime alley was really well done too, and the voice acting was really good for when he saw Bruce get shot, and Martha just right away turns into the Joker. Like, she's so distraught and so disturbed and whatnot, and she just laughs. That maniacal laughing, it fits perfectly on. Other than that, Ron Perlman was really good as Deathstroke, as he always is, a fucking badass in every movie that he's been in, and every character he's played. And I know he's played Deathstroke before in the Teen Titans series. So yeah, he was badass in this movie, man. I like I like all the ships, all the other characters too. Nathan Fillion was a boss as my homeboy, Green Lantern. That's what he needs to be, man. And it was just a really, really well done, and it was overly violent, but it was good for that. And yeah, it was a very well done film. I wouldn't recommend it to children. I would recommend it more for an adult audience, because it's got that level of violence where you just say to yourself, my children shouldn't be watching this type of stuff. Maybe they should be watching Batman and the Legion of Superheroes, or yeah, stuff like that, but not really this is not really for them. It's more for the teenagers, the adults who have been and always have wanted a violent Justice League film or whatnot, animated feature or radio short or whatever. This is the film that it does a little bit too much violence, but in a way, it's very good for the fan base and the fans that want this to happen, because I'm just going to say this, DC is a little bit more violent than Marvel. Like, I've never really met a type of Marvel book where it's you're faced with dire situations and you're just going insane, and really, really good storytelling type of violence, action, and suspense too. Yeah. And this was a really good animated sci-fi feature too. Yeah, like DC has always done good animated sci-fi features with their Justice League movies and their Superman animated movies too. So I'm giving this one a 5 out of 5. I'll rank it among the best with Superman Unbound, Justice League Doom, and The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2. So, yeah. That was a really well done film. And I know it was a bunch of small cameos, but whatever. It was a alternate timeline, and I really loved the Flash-centric storyline, and also I really loved the Wonder Woman centric and Aquaman centric storylines. I mean, Cyborg had a bit of help in it too, and Batman had a bit of help in it too, the Thomas Wayne Batman. But where this movie really stole the show was with Aquaman and Wonder Woman. The battle between them was horrifically violent, and it was awesome. It was so good, so well done. I think I'm gonna watch it again. It's a movie that I'd like to watch again. Yes, definitely. 5 out of 5 stars. Or 5 out of 5 Justice League stars, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But really well done movie. Great animation, great effects, great character animation, great storyline, as well as adapted from a comic book by Jeff Johns. Really well done. Give it 5 out of 5 Justice League members out of 5. Really good. And I hope you check it out. It comes out on July 30th on Blu-ray, but I already got early release for iTunes. It'll be available on July 30th for rent on iTunes. So my thought is, don't rent this movie if you already love animated Justice League films or animated Batman, Superman, or whatever. Go out and buy it. It's $19.99 on iTunes. It's definitely worth it. And it's one of the best animated films, along with Superman Unbound and The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2 and Justice League 2.